Hi everyone, and welcome back to this tutorial. I'm going to show you a 3D card. These cards were done while starting about two and a half years ago. There are quite a few tutorials out on YouTube, and this is my take on it. But first, I would like to thank you all that subscribe to my channel. From the bottom of my heart, I appreciate each and every one of you. Yes, you did surprise me. I know that I'm not one of the best that's out there, but I will do my best. I enjoy doing these craft videos, and like I say, more practice make perfect. On to the craft. Now, there is a lot of cutting and planning into this card. That is what I think. I'm going to show you the dies that I use to do this. This is the set of dies I have, and I did take the bigger one, and then I skipped that one and then the middle one. And I skip that one and that one. That's the 3 dies I use to make this card. Now, this keep on coming off because they are so tight. Now, this is the company where I got these dies from. It is Crafts 2U. I don't know if they are still available. I've got these ones for quite a long time. And yes, they're very nice. It's very elegant. So that is the dice. And then what I've also used, it is Chrysler Craft, and it is traditional Christmas. I use the tree, but I didn't stamp it. I just used the die. That's all I did on that one because it does cut out very nice without stamping it. And I've used that one, Evening Branch from Couture Creations. And I didn't use this one. This is a Cherry Lynn poinsettia, but I use a different one, also from Cherry Lynn. It's on a long strip, but I cannot find it. I've no idea what I've done with that. So that is the poinsettias, and this is the little flowers I made, and this is the spread that we will use. That is really nice. It is very easy, and I've just put 2 together. Okay, that will be the flowers. This is for our construction. I'm just going to take all this away because I've started already, just not to waste time. So this is the bigger outcut that I've done. I use white cardstock, and I use, it's a very fine pearl glitter, but it is, like I said, it is very, very fine. I did the mountains, and I did use another die for it. I just need to grab it. This is the die that I use for the boards because it is long. I use both, just the plain ones. I use that one and that one because it is 7 inches long, and that's what I need because the die is a long die. And I use it on the opposite. This is the one part that I use. That's the tree that I've cut out. The houses, this is what I've got. These houses, it is, I think my daughter ordered it for me from Wish. And they are quite pretty. I do like them a lot. And all I did is I cut 3 of these ones. So one I've got the valley here and the mountain there. The opposite side I will have the mountain on the other side and the valley on the opposite. And then the next one, it is also again on the opposite, the mountain and then the valley. That is the background. I glue the tree on there. That is the little houses. And you do get these little trees in the houses as well. Then I did cut 2 of these. That's them. And a frame. That's why I said to you, I cut the bigger one and then I skip the one size and then I cut the next one, skip the next size, and I use the other one. And that is for the frame. On this one, the opposite of the valley and the mountains is on this one. So I'll put that over there. And then I'll put that one there. And then I can see where my valley is and my mountains and where my tree. I just cut 2 trees and a building, and that building and a tree over there. I just spread it out so there's no empty spaces. Did the same here. I put the buildings here, and that's going to go like that. So that is sort of the picture we're going to have. Then this is Merry Christmas. This is a Gina K die that I use, and I cut it out twice on white and then on the glitter paper. And then I just glue it so that there's a bit of a shadow. Okay, you can see there's a little bit of a shadow. And this is a Gina K Christmas die. Now to put them together. So what I did, I'm going to bring this one back. So what I did is I want the between these cards, I want a 2 centimeter width. All I did is I measured on here and I've got 3 inches. And I make sure that it is the same as that part of my die. And this is 3 inches. And I went to score it at half an inch, so I can get my 2 inches. I still need to do this one. And let's get the scoring board. I'm just going to grab the small one. This measures, that's 3 by, let me see. Like I say, it is the width of my die. And that is 3 3/8. And we're going to score half an inch I just turn it and score 1/2 inch. So I do have my 2-inch what I need. Then what you need to have as well, to the same length but 1 inch and score it in the middle 1/2 inch. We need 2 of them. So I'm going to bring this one back and we will glue this together. And let's do it. I just have to do all these buildings and trees. Otherwise, this video will be so long. And I don't want you to get bored. Just going to move that up. That's it. Okay, that's that one. This one. This one. It is going to be one of these little ones. Oops. Now I prefer it to do it this way. It's easier for me to line it up and make sure that's it. So what I've done behind the buildings to get just glitter card so it looks like it's light. I just use glitter card for it. My cardstock is a bit thick. And I'm going to put this one on that side. So what you need to have, it is like it's very close to the edge. Come, camera. Then it doesn't look like that you add something on. And this one, we're going to do this side. Just use any glue that you used to. What I used at the moment is art glitter glue. Very happy I can use that again. Okay. But first, before we carry on, I want to stamp on one of these sides. And I want to just grab the stamp. I do have it in my stamp position. And I think I will use gold. This is the golden glitz. And I think I will use that because of the gold that's in there. And the sentiment I picked, the best Christmas is a white one because everything is white. And we do have the mountains and the valleys. And because this is still a new stamp for me, I'm going to have to do it twice. That's it. It's very nice and crisp. And this is the stamp that I've used from a Woodware craft collection. And it is that one. I do have another one that I want to use on the other side. just have to wait. Let's turn it. Now you just be careful. You have to, because that's still wet. And when you put your stamp on, make sure it's the right direction, because you are turning. And I hope this, I think that one is, yep, it's too big. That one, yes. And let's see. Yeah, it's gonna fit. I've used this one before. And let's bring it down. And gonna have to another stem. That's it. I'm happy with that. Just want to take this off, and that's our stamping. Wishing you and your family a wonderful Christmas and a happy New Year. And now we need to have this one. We're going to have to start putting them together. But what I want to do is, in the inside, I'm going to measure an inch and make a line, and an inch and make a line, because that needs to go on an inch on the line. So on both sides, it needs to be an inch wide. Then you know you will have that in a perfect spot. I'm just going to wait till this is a little bit dry. I'm going to do my lines, and then I'll come back and I can show you. Here is my lines on this flap, and this flap we're going to butt it up with that. So we'll make sure that the fold line it's on the line, and then you won't see your pencil line. Just need to get this one more burnished. My cardstock is so thick. And let's do it. It's actually very easy. Just get onto the line, and then I'm going to take it down. And that is straight. And that's better. We bring it over, and we will stretch to the line. Take it over. Let's finish this one. Right, that is the first two. Now we're going to do this one, but I still need to glue this one down. What I've done is I cut it out here, so I know this one is going to be in position. That is easier to know that it's in position. Then we can bring this one over. We're going to pop this in, and that flap, we're going to come and we're going to cover it over like that. And let's just do that. And glue. To put it together, it is so easy. It does look complicated, but really it is not. You're seeing inside your card, it's taking the longest to get that sorted, cut, if you want to color in or whatever you want to do. And there it is. That's from the top. And you don't really see the inside where you've put where you glue all this on. You don't really see it. You have to go and, but I don't think you'll do that. You've got a message on that one. You've got a message on this side, and that is our card. I think that looks better. This is what I've cut in from the inside here. So there's two of them, and I've used this one now. So what you can do is use it with your next project. Don't throw it away. Right. Now for the nice part, and that is our flowers and Christmas. I haven't put anything on this side because I wanted to put Merry Christmas over there, and then with the little flowers, something like this. And then this I will probably cut a little bit down, so I will have a little bit here. First, I'm just going to glue this one. Let's do that. I can bring it over to there. Sorry for my hand in the camera all the time. I'm going to take it a little bit over. And we'll pop this one in. Yes, I think I can use this. Can we put a little bit in there? Or maybe that, I'll do that one there. I'm just going to lift up that. It moved. That's better. And that is our card. I'm going to put it down. And I want to see if I put the light on. if it's going to make any difference. You can see a little bit of shadow in the back. And that is the 3D card. I know there's another name for it. I'm not sure what it is. I will look it up. I will try and find the video that I've seen for the first time, the first video, and where I think it's Anne, where she made this. And then there is another lady from Stamping Up in Australia. She also made one that's similar to this. That is the two videos that I've watched. I will link them to, if I can find them, I will link them. And it's so easy. It's really very easy to do. I will make a box and put this in a box. It's better, you can mail it, you can flatten it and put it in an envelope. Let me see how long if it's going to go flat. You will need an envelope 10 by 5.5 is the envelope. But I would rather have this in a nice box and give it to someone. I decided to make the box for this 3D card we made. This measurements that I'm going to use for my box is for this die that I've used. And the die, the length was 7 3/4 by 5 1/8 by 2. I've just got this here because my camera can keep focus with the white paper. We need to cut this 12 by 12 down to, in the long, we keep it as 12, and then in the width, we keep it to 9.5 inches. I'm just going to bring it up so I can get you in the camera. Then we're going to score. We score at 2 inches. And we're going to score on the opposite side from our 12 inches. That will be 10 5/8. We're going to turn and we will score 2 inches. Make sure you're on the 2-inch mark. We're going to score 2 inches. And then on the 9.5 inch side, the 2 and then 7.5. Now, this side, this part here is not 2 inches. We do have an extra piece that is 2 inches wide, and we score as well. The scoring will be 2 and 7.5. And we will add that on. So this side and that side will be exactly the same. This is the box. We're going to come to the lid. The lid we keep at 12 inches. And we're going to cut it down to 8 3/4. I just want to put this on the side. Then we will score at 1.5 inches and 10.5 inches. Now, just to give you a tip, don't score 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Turn your page and do the same. Don't do it. Your measurements are going to be out. Keep it on your scoreboard and score 1.5 or 2, like for the box. The lid, we come up to 10.5 inches. We'll then turn onto the 8. This is the 8 3/4, and we're going to score 1.5 inches and 7.25. And that is our lid. Our lid will fit perfectly. We don't have to add anything on to that. I'll just put my scoreboard away, and then let's bring this back and the piece we need to add on. That is on this side. But what I would like to do, this is a bit too much. I would like to cut that down and just make it 1/2 inch. Now you can do it in your trimmer, or you can do it on your scoreboard with your trimmer. That's got your trimmer with it, but I'm just going to do this side here. It's just eyeballing, and I'm going to cut that piece off. Unfortunately, I think it's 1/2 inch that the paper is too short, but that's all right. So what we're going to do then, with my small scissors, we're going to score on our fold lines. We're going to burnish on the fold lines. That sounds better, isn't it? All right. Then this over here, that's where we're going to cut, and that. We need to get rid of this, and this one over there on the score line, and on this score line, get rid of this. So we're going to make a flap. And that's what I'm going to do on my score line to where the score line met, and the same on the score lines to where they met. If you cut a little bit too much, it's okay. It's all good. Have it up. And this one as well. Just cut straight. That's the main thing. When we do these cuts, we need to cut straight. Then we're going to bring this over, and we made a little flap for us. We're going to bring this over, and we keep our score lines in line with what we did. Now, I did not cut this very straight in the corner there. I think that's better. Yes, that looks better. So that's how we're gonna join this piece so that it's on both sides 2 inches. I'm gonna glue mine and glue it on. This flap, we need to have it in the middle. I mean, in the middle here, not on the outside, but towards the inside of our box. Then you won't see it. So I'm just going to lift that a little bit up. Make a good connection. And if you're not comfortable with that, turn it around. This is what I like to do because I can see my score line and I can butt it up quite easy. Then nobody will know that you joined it. It looks exactly the same. If you are on your score lines, if you can, just trim it a little bit off. Okay, now we can carry on and finish on our score lines so we can make the box. The same here. Now what I normally like when I do cut for my boxes, I like to cut, if I cut it on this side, I like to cut that side as well. If I cut it on this side, I like to cut it on that side as well. That's just what I like to do. You don't have to, but it's even. Probably won't matter, but you know our crafters. Okay, and we cut up to the line. I just want to see. Still got a little bit of the line showing. And I think on the side is, oh no, that's fine. So we're going to test first before we do the glue. Yes, that looks good. That comes in. That looks good. And let's put it in. So there's enough space, there's enough room for flowers. If you have any flowers or bigger flowers than what I've got here, this is enough space to have your flowers. All right, I'm happy with mine, and let's glue. You can use score tape, glue of your choice. I like to use my art glitter glue, and on my score line here, because I like it to connect over here. I'll show you what I mean. When you turn it and you bring it over, that it's flat, that it connects, and the glue, and it stays. And we can glue it down, and it is all right. Let's do this one as well. Let's see. Perfect. It fits very good. Now we're going to do the lid. I just want to put the pin in for my glue. Put that aside. And here's the lid. Just want to get rid of my pencil marks. Right. Same process. Gonna do exactly the same, but we don't add anything on here because our paper is big enough. I'm gonna do mine. I'll come back and then I can show you. Here's my lid and it fits. It's a little bit loose, but I prefer that. Right, let's do that and we put that in. Now we can do the punch. This is, I think it's it's an inch, and we can do some notches in for easy to lift and to open it. We're going to do some decorations. Now we did cut this out. I just need to see where is it. This was the inside of, when we did the frame. It's a bit small, but I am going to use it. And then I've got some more flowers. This is a different poinsettia. It's bigger than what that one is. And I think I'm going to use that. That is our 3D card in a box. Very, very easy. I really enjoy doing this. It is different. This is my first time that I've done something like this. And yes, like I said, I did enjoy that. And I would like to thank you so much for stopping by again.